Hi, it's Bodine Victoria from the Bahamas, and you're watching Eliot Kelly TV, inspiring, motivating, and educating one future billionaire at a time.
Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. What's the plan? Your plan has got to be clear, concise, compelling, consistent, and committed. You've got to have a plan.
Don't go to bed without a plan of how you're going to handle the next day.
You have to work at it every day. You have to plan.
Productivity is never an accident. I want you to understand that it's not going to happen by luck.
Success is cause and effect, not magic luck or magic fairy dust. Success is easy. It's making a plan and executing the plan every day. Make a plan, work the plan. Make a plan, work the plan. And whenever the plan doesn't work, you change the plan. That's called failure. It's called learning a lesson. It's called adjusting. If you do the work and you do it for a long enough time, you will be successful. Period.
Whatever it is you're bold enough to dream, if you are intentional and deliberate about it, every single day, if you do a little, you're going to wake up one day and your dreams are going to be a reality.
The shortcut is a lie. The hack doesn't get you there. And if you want to take the easy road, it won't take you to where you want to be. To reach goals and overcome obstacles and be the best version of you possible will not happen by itself. It will not happen cutting corners, taking shortcuts, or looking for the easy way. There is no easy way. There is only hard work, late nights, early mornings, practice, rehearsal, repetition, study, sweat, blood, toil, frustration, and discipline. Discipline, the root of all good qualities, the driver of daily execution. Discipline defeats the infinite excuses that say, not today, not now, I need a rest, I'll do it tomorrow. There is only one way, the way of discipline.
There's power in consistency. There's power in doing something over and over and over and over again. There's power in practice.
And your problem is you are on beast mode Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 10 a.m. to 12, beast mode, 1 to 5.
You keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping.
I challenge you. I challenge you to make up the gap. I challenge you to go from average. I challenge you to go from good. I challenge you to go from great. And I challenge you to be phenomenal. I challenge you to live in beast mode, because beast mode makes more money than average does, period.
When you are a true hunter, you don't go by time, you go by the gazelle. You don't hunt from 8 to 3, why? Because the gazelle may not be open from 8 to 3. You hunt until you get a gazelle, and you don't stop until you get one. And then you get another, and then you get another, and you get another.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's the girl Wendy, Miss What You Know About It from the Bahamas, and you are watching Eliot Kelly TV.
Welcome to another episode of Eliot Kelly. I have with me Jasmine Bain, Lady Shakespeare. She's originally from Baltimore. She's the most consistent artist in Pennsylvania, arguably the top female artist in the region. She's the female on the rise, female artist on the rise, and it's our pleasure to have her on Eliot Kelly TV. Welcome, Jasmine.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Certain. For our audience that don't know about you, tell us your story and how you got involved in the music industry.
Well, I've always been a music lover. You know, my mom, she plays piano sometimes. My dad, he's originally from the Bahamas. He played for the Valley Boys, Junkanoo Band. So, you know, music kind of flowed in with me ever since I was a little kid. So, you know, just growing up watching my favorite artists, try to mimic what they do and try to come up with my own style. Music is just a part of everyday life, and I just love it to the death for me.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, we know you're doing big stuff out there in Pennsylvania, and your music is obviously passing on internationally. Tell us, what are some of the challenges that you found in the industry?
I would say the challenges in the industry is like, you know, patience is key. Patience is very key. And without patience, you won't be able to get anywhere. So honestly, I tell people that patience is key because patience help you build and help you learn within behind the scenes. So that way, you know, the do's and don'ts, your mistakes, and, you know, you learn from them. So also, you have a lot of people that try to change you. I was signed to this one label, and let's just say they try to puppet me and try to do what they want with me, and that just doesn't, it don't sit well with me. I felt like I wasn't being real with myself. So I think like just being real with yourself at the end of the day, it conquers overall. Being real with yourself and being patient, that conquers everything through that type of, process in the music industry.
Thank you. Now, a lot of persons have sent in some questions ahead of your interview, Lady Shakespeare. So we were going to ask like one or two questions that are coming directly from our fans. They want to know, if you're looking for a manager, what are some of the qualities you look for in a manager?
Okay, well, actually, I do have a manager, but at around the time when I was looking for a manager, I'm looking for someone that's very consistent with time, willing to work with me, not try to change me, try to come up with different and better ideas and make me like, make me not only good but better than what I was before, and just consistency, just like just keep going and going and going, because once the ball is going, once the wheel is going, you can't stop it.
Sure. We have some of our audience, some of our guests actually had family managers. Have you heard any feedback between the difference between having, let's say, your mom or your dad manage you compared to, let's say, a stranger?
I'd rather a stranger manage me. I'm sorry. No, I tried with my mom once, and that didn't go well. Like there was an artist that is linked under another big time artist, and they wanted to do a song with me. And I was like, well, I was like in high school at the time, so I didn't have a way to make that happen. So my mom was the only one that could try to make it happen, and boy, did she ruin it. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather get someone else that understands who I am and where I'm coming from.
Certainly. What are some of the lessons you've learned on your journey? Obviously, you would have had a few pitfalls, and we're going to talk about those later. But what are some of the specific lessons that you've gained that would be valuable to our audience?
Take not only just be impatient, but watch your surroundings. Beware your surroundings. You don't know who has your best interest. You don't know who really is out for you. But honestly, in a better way, I would say, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Certainly. That's awesome. Now, you've been doing this recording for quite some time. Tell us about your best experience to date.
I would say my best experience was not being under pressure. See, when I record music, I like to be like, like if there's gonna be amount of people in the room, I'd rather it be my crew, my family, childhood alumni. You get me? But like certain people that I'm not used to, that I don't know, like big, large crowds that cause so much. I'm not saying I'm nervous or scared or anything. It's just it throws the energy off. It throws the focus off, and I need to stay focused. I can't have too many distractions around everywhere. So I would say my best one was when, I set up a recording date by studio time by myself with another artist, and it was less crowds. He brought like 3 people: his manager, his girl, and his cousin. And then it was me and the engineer. And all I could say was that whole 2 hours was so worth it. Like just how we came together and just got it done just like that. Other than too many distractions, it's just perfect.
Thank you. How important has the development of your self-confidence been in your journey so far?
Very, very important. As an artist, and actually as a human being, I've been through a lot of low self-esteem, felt like I wasn't good enough, felt like everybody else is better than me. But at the end of the day, you can't let people's opinions dictate what you do and how you come as a person or as an artist or anything that you choose to do in a career path. You get me? So I wasn't going to let anyone's negativity try to shut down what I had good. It's like, oh, Shakes, I don't like you. Oh, Shakes, you weak. I'm like, okay, is that the best you can do? I'm bulletproof. Come on, keep going. What's up? Walk one buff. I mean, nothing will ever stop me or slow me down on what I'm doing, especially with God in my mind and seeing the direction He's pointing me towards. I'm gonna keep going. Nothing's gonna stop me.
Thank you. What inspires you music, Lady Shakespeare?
I'm sorry.
What inspires your music?
Just being openly honest. I grew up around a time where I felt like I had to be this certain someone that people wanted me to be. But at the end of the day, it was like, yo, I'm not living my truth and I'm not happy if I'm doing this. So at the end of the day, you just got to be yourself and do what makes you happy. Forget what anybody else thinks.
That's awesome. What does success mean to you?
What the response I'm about to give you, I actually heard this on a favorite show of mine. Success is nothing without the people you love the most to share it with.
Wow. That's your favorite quote? I love that. That's
Yes.
awesome. Now, I heard you listening to some Stormzy the last time we were in the brief. Who else are some of your other favorite? Shout out to Stormzy out here in the UK.
Yes,
That's
man.
big deal.
Oh my God. When he did Still Disappointed and I heard that beat, I said, did he just do a Kano? Oh my days, bro.
Exactly. Who else do you like?
I love Tupac, Notorious B.I.G. Let me see. Stormzy, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there's so many other artists. Eminem, Dr.
Yeah.
Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Big Sean. Oh my goodness, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar is one of my most favorites.
Kendrick.
Especially old school, Queen Latifah, Moni Love. Shout out to London, Moni Loves.
Of course.
London's finest. So yeah.
Of course. All right, so, and this is for the curve. If you had one of them to choose from, or anybody to choose from to collaborate with tomorrow, I mean, like first thing in the morning, you're meeting that person. Who would that person be, and why?
I would have to say Kendrick, because in the way he just, like, when he performs his lyrics, when he's spinning his lyrics, it puts you in a mindset where you're sitting down and you're listening and you're thinking of everything he's saying. And I want people, not only like when I've done club songs, I've done dance songs, I've done diss songs, I have done sad songs. I do it in a way for you to just sit there, pay attention to every detailed word of what I am saying. So honestly, and plus his word consistency, like I love Kendrick because he hits you when you least expect it. He'll make a song and then all of a sudden, boom, hit you with it. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from? Yeah. Like, it's better to do things in silence. Kings and queens, they make moves in silence. If you're too loud about it, nobody's gonna care. I mean, look at Wiley. Oops.
Yeah. It's all good. That's gonna cause some controversy, but it's all good. Is there anyone in particular you'd like to give a shout out to while you're on?
I love to give a shout out to my mom, who is getting better and stronger during her sickness. Moms, I love you. Shout out to my sister Rain, who is also my manager. Shout out to my crew, childhood alumni, Thelonious, Bailey, F5MT, Omar. Oh my goodness, man. Mike the Don. Shout out to my wife Zinedine down in South Africa. I love you, babe. Shout out to the US, Caribbean, the UK, Africa. I love you, man. You get me.
Thank you. And there's so much energy there. I love that. The fact that you're not going global, you are global. What do you think are some of the advantages of having that global mindset compared to being narrowed nationally to any one country?
I would have to say it's more better to have that mindset to go global, because if you're just local, you're just stuck there. Like nobody else knows you and knows your talent or what you're capable of doing. When you have that global mindset, it's just beyond amazing. It's just like a local artist I know here in Pennsylvania. His name is Lau, and he's already toured the UK like twice. So to see him do that, I'm like, yo, it just shows you right there, the world is bigger than where you come from. Like it's the whole world. Like you're not going to be able to expand, what's that way? Experience your horizons just being stuck in that one thing. So I love to just spread love to all, and I love to receive love from all. The love I'm receiving from the UK and South Africa is just beyond mad, man. It's just massive.
Yes. I can relate. It's no greater feeling than when, like, we've been doing a lot of collaborations recently with Australia. And I'll be honest with you, before 3 months ago, I knew nobody from Australia, Jasmine. Absolutely nobody. And in the space of that 3 months, I've interviewed about 30 to 40 persons, and the collaborations and connections outside of those second party, third party relationships, it's just amazing. And all of those persons are not just, I'm not taking from them. So it's a symbiotic relationship. It's actually me giving, a bit of give, a bit of take. So it's a beautiful thing. Tell us, Jasmine, what your most beautiful moment on stage? What was, just describe that to us. Put us in your moment.
Oh man, my most beautiful moment on stage. I would have to say it's when I opened for artists. I mean, he's also known internationally named PNB Rock. And it was actually just like on a set of one of my other close friends who happened to be a big artist as well. His name is Stay Golden Swerve. Shout out to my boy Swerve. And he wanted us to perform my song "Sleep on You." And like I've always performed in venues where it's just small clubs or just a semi stage, but the Harrisburg Forum is like one of the biggest auditoriums in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So to actually be there, see all the chairs, see the whole stage, to set up the lights, and just seeing all the girls react to the song. Their reaction when they heard the introduction to the song, they actually knew what it was. And so just to see their reaction to me and Stay Golden Swerve just performing it was just beyond amazing, just beautiful. I will never, ever forget that moment.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. Now, it would be remiss of me to have you on the show and not let you spit something while you're here. So can you spit something freestyle for us? Anything.
Oh man.
Give us
I mean,
something.
it got little swear words, but it's one of my favorite verses I spit in the cipher, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
All right. I'm not here to make friends. I got enough enemies, but I've been told to be a monster. When a henny get up in me, one sip, that's your life. Open season on your bitch ass. Come in with that bust that yeah. Merciless with the whoop ass. Niggas be like they close with you. They claiming they fuck with you. Watch you make it on your platform and next they plotting on you. I trust no one to ride the wave that can't even swim. The devil turned on God. Even Jesus' own people killed him. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch that nigga in some foe. Lights, camera, action. Got your ass on video. What? You thought I didn't know? Trash talking on the low and telling people not to fuck with me. That's a no-no. I'm one in a million. Fuck a 3,500. Breach a contract, these nuts. And swallow every drop of it. I'm gonna make it regardless, whether you like it or not. Stick that gift for gab up your ass with my John Hancock.
Oh, fire, fire, fire. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your talent. How can persons get in contact with you, Lady Shakespeare?
Well, people can get in contact with me on my Facebook page, Lady Shakespeare. Just type out just separate words because people think it's all together. Separate words, Lady and Shakespeare. Or you can contact me on Twitter, IG I'm sorry, I'm just so shook by all this one. I'm sorry. But you can catch me at Lady Shakes 90, LadyShakes 90. Or you can also look me up on YouTube as well. I just released my new video, 64 bars. It's just massive. It's wicked.
That's awesome. Now we have a young lady. She has some talent. She's been spitting in the shower. She spits in the mirror to herself. She realizes she has some talent, but she doesn't know the next step to elevate herself. Can you give us some words of encouragement?
I would say never give up on yourself. Never. There were times where I wanted to give up on myself. There were times where I felt like I couldn't do it anymore, but God puts his soldiers through tough situations just to make them stronger than what they were before. So I say keep going. Don't ever stop. Don't never let anyone's opinion dictate who you are as a person and where you're going in life.
Thank you. And just remind us how we can get in contact with you one more time.
You can also get in contact with me. You can contact me on Facebook at Lady Shakespeare, on IG and Twitter at Lady Shakes 90, on YouTube, look me up, Lady Shakespeare, or my email account. You want the book features, collaborations, hosting shows, tours, book teamladyshakes@gmail.com. Book teamladyshakes@gmail.com.
That's awesome. If you haven't already, make sure you get The Eye of the Needle, The Cost of Success. You know how to get in contact with us. Give us direct message, or it's EliotLKelly@gmail.com. You found any value here today, go ahead and click that share. You want to get in contact with Lady Shakespeare, you got her handles as well. Those will also be down in the comments. We really appreciate you, audience, for spending time during this series, and Jasmine for cutting some time out to be with us. Any parting words?
Yo, it's a hype man thing, you get me? Child alumni, let's get it.
Thank you so much. You've been watching Eliot Kelly TV.
You already know what it is.
What's your definition of greatness?
I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. My parents were great. You know, growing up, you know, they instilled in me the importance of imagination, of curiosity. And understanding that, okay, if you want to accomplish something, I'm not just going to sit here and say, yes, you can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can, but you have to also put in the work to get there. You grow up as a kid thinking that all things are possible if you put in the work to do it. You know, you grow up having that fundamental belief. My father was really influential at a really critical time where I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And here I come playing and I don't score 1 point the entire summer. I scored not a free throw, nothing, not a lucky shot, not a breakaway layup, 0 points. And I remember crying about it and being upset about it. And my father just gave me a hug and said, listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm gonna love you no matter what. That is the most important thing that you can say to a child. That gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. But to hell with that, I'm scoring 60. From there, I just went to work. And I stayed with it, and I kept practicing, kept practicing, kept practicing. I think that's when the idea of understanding a long-term view became important. Because I wasn't going to catch these kids in a week. I wasn't going to catch them in a year, right? So that's when I sat down and said, okay, this is going to take some thought. Started creating a menu of things. When I came back the next summer, I was a little bit better. Open shots, not miss open shots. Be able to shoot it with speed, because those kids are so much more athletic. So it's a simple thing of math. If you want to be a great player, if you play every single day, 2-3 hours, every single day, over the course of a year, how much better are you getting? If you're obsessively training 2-3 hours every single day, over a year, over 2 years, you make quantum leaps. Show up every single day, do the work. They're looking at me as if, okay, this kid's soft, right? He's from the suburbs of Philadelphia. They felt like they could try to be physical or try to intimidate me and do all this other stuff, which they couldn't. Now I'm saying, okay, well, you're trying to attack me, how am I going to attack you? One of the things I would do is, while everybody would be at the cafeteria work, you know, eating and doing all this other stuff, I just go back to the gym. Yeah, I may be from the suburbs, but you're not going to outwork me. Right, look at things at their smallest. Because a lot of times the game starts moving really fast. But if you train yourself to watch hours and hours of film, the game's not moving that fast anymore. I mean, it's an obsessiveness that comes along with it. You want things to be as perfect as they can be, understanding that nothing is ever perfect. But the challenge is try to get them as perfect as they can be. So how can we teach our children what it means to work hard? Well, you do it through training. Right? So when I get up in the morning, my daughter goes with me. 4 a.m., my 15-year-old goes with me. It becomes a daddy-daughter thing. Through that process, she understands the value of hard work. So it's through those behaviors is where I find the motivation to do it.
But what does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed. There are answers there if you just look at them. It's a constant process. It's exciting when you win, it's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same. The hardest thing is to face that stuff. I think it's the fear of starting anew. When you play for 20 years, I played for 20 years, you reach a certain level, you're like, okay, wait a minute, I have to start again at the base of a mountain and try to climb the top of this mountain. First of all, what mountain am I climbing? I don't even know, like, what the hell am I gonna be doing? The thing that helped me actually was hurting my Achilles, because that forced me to sit there and say, okay, the day could be today that your career is over. First question I asked, which is the wrong question, is what's the biggest industry I can get into? I said, okay, stop thinking of it that way. You're thinking of it the wrong way. Why did you start playing basketball? Because I loved it. All right, what do you love to do? Oh, well, I love to tell stories. All right, let's do that. I think stories is what moves the world. Nothing in this world moves without story. And so I think that is the root of everything. And if we're going to try to make the world a better place, story is the right place to start. Quote from one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." That's something I always live by. I'm not going to rest, I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.